शुक्लाम्बरधरम् विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं कृतं वदनं वदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्ते ஐந்து கரத்தனை நின்னை வேண்டி கண்ணீர் மல்கி தொழுகின்றே ஐந்து கரத்தனை நின்னை வேண்டி கண்ணீர் மல்க தொழுகின்றே ஆனை முகத்தோனே ஆனந்தம் தருவோனே ஆனை முகத்தோனே ஆனந்தம் தருவோனே அறவாரம் இல்லாமல் அற்புதம் அதி அற்புதம் ஒன்றை என் வாழ்வில் நிகழ்த்தும். கஷ்டங்கள் எனக்கு வேண்டாம், ரோகங்கள் எனக்கு வேண்டாம், துக்கங்கள் எனக்கு வேண்டாம், சோகம் எனக்கு வேண்டாம், தீமைகள் என்னை அண்டிட வேண்டாம், தீமைகள் என்னை அண்டிட வேண்டாம், எல்லாம் வல்ல கணபதியே நின்னை சதா நான் தொழுகின்றேன். ஆனந்தம் கொடும் ஆனந்தம் கொடும் என்றும் பூர்ணமதை கொடும் ஆனந்தம் கொடும் என்றும் பூர்ணமதை கொடும் புத்தியை வித்யை ஞானத்தை கொடும் புத்தியை வித்யை ஞானத்தை கொடும் ஞானம் எல்லாம் வெல்லும் உன் சித்தியை கொடும் ஞானம் எல்லாம் வெல்லும் உன் சித்தியை கொடும் முக்தியை கொடும் ஜீவன் முக்தியை கொடும் முக்தியை கொடும் ஜீவன் முக்தியை கொடும் ஷண்முகம் षड्गुणं चैव कुमारं कुलभूषणं देवसेना पतिं वन्दे सर्वकार्यार्थ सिद्धये। ಹೇಳಿ ಸುಬ್ರಹ್ಮಣ್ಯ ಸ್ಥಳದಲ್ಲಿ ಶುಭ್ರವಾಗಿ ಸುಬ್ರಹ್ಮಣ್ಯ ಸ್ಥಳದಲ್ಲಿ ಶುಭ್ರವಾಗಿ ಕುಂಡಲಿನಿ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ದರ್ಶನ ನೀಡುತ್ತಾ ಭಕ್ತರ ಕಾಪಾಡುತ್ತಾ ಸುಬ್ರಹ್ಮಣ್ಯ ಸ್ಥಳದಲ್ಲಿ ಶುಭ್ರವಾಗಿ ಕುಂಡಲಿನಿಯ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಕ್ತರನ್ನು ಕಾಪಾಡುತ್ತಾ ಭಕ್ತಿ ಮುಕ್ತಿ ಮಾರ್ಗವನ್ನು ತೋರುತ್ತಾ ನಿಂತಿರುವ ಸುಬ್ರಹ್ಮಣ್ಯನೇ ಕುಮಾರನೇ ಕುಮಾರ ಗುರುಪರನೇ ಕುಮಾರನೇ ಕುಮಾರ ಗುರುಪರನೇ ಶಿವ ಗುರುನಾಥನೇ ನಿನಗು ವಂದನೆ ಅನೇಕ ಕೋಟಿ ಅಭಿನಂದನೆ ಸರ್ವರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ವ ಜಗತ್ತಲ್ಲೂ ಕುಂಡಲಿನಿಯ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ವ್ಯಾಪಿಸಿರುವ ಕುಮಾರನೇ ಕಂದನೇ ಸುಬ್ರಹ್ಮಣ್ಯನೇ ವಂದನೆ ಅಭಿನಂದನೆ ಅನೇಕ ಕೋಟಿ ವಂದನೆ. ಧ್ಯಾನಮೂಲಂ ಗುರೋರ್ಮೂರ್ತಿಂ ಪೂಜಾಮೂಲಂ ಗುರೋರ್ಪದಂ ಮಂತ್ರಮೂಲಂ ಗುರೋರ್ವಾಕ್ಯಂ ಮೋಕ್ಷಮೂಲಂ ಗುರೋರ್ಕೃಪಾ ಮೋಕ್ಷಮೂಲಂ ಗುರೋರ್ಕೃಪಾ. ಅಜ್ಞಾನ ತಿಮಿರಾಂತಸ್ಯ ಜ್ಞಾನಾಂಜನ ಶಲಾಕಯಾ ಚಕ್ಷುರುನ್ಮೀಲಿತಂ ಯೇನ ತಸ್ಮೈ ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರವೇ ನಮಃ. ತಸ್ಮೈ ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರವೇ ನಮಃ. ಚೈತನ್ಯಂ ಶಾಶ್ವತಂ ಶಾಂತಂ ವ್ಯೋಮಾತೀತಂ ನಿರಂಜನಂ ಬಿಂದುನಾದ ಕಲಾತೀತಂ ತಸ್ಮೈ ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರವೇ ನಮಃ. ಗುರವೇ ನಮಃ ಗುರವೇ ನಮಃ ಪರಾತ್ಪರ ಗುರುವೇ ಪರಾತ್ಪರ ಗುರುವೇ ಭಕ್ತಿ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಕರ್ಮ ನಾನರಿಗೆ ಭಕ್ತಿ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಕರ್ಮ ನಾನರಿಗೆ ಧರ್ಮ ನನಗೆ ತಿಳಿದು ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಅರ್ಥ ಒಂದೇ ಗುರಿಯಾಗಿ ವಿಶ್ವಾರ್ಥವನ್ನು ತ್ಯಜಿಸಿ ಸ್ವಾರ್ಥವನ್ನು ಬೆಳೆಸಿದ ನನಗೆ ಹೀಗೆ ಇರುವ ಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಬೇಡ ಎಂದಿಗೂ ಎಂದಿಗೂ ನಿನ್ನ ಕರುಣೆ ನನಗೆ ಬೇಕು ಮುಕ್ತಿ ಮಾರ್ಗ ಬಿಡುಗಡೆಯನ್ನು ತೋರು ನನಗೆ ಜಗದ್ಗುರವೇ ಸ್ವಾರ್ಥವನ್ನು ತ್ಯಜಿಸಿ ನಾನೇ ಸ್ವಾರ್ಥವನ್ನು ತ್ಯಜಿಸಿ ನಾನು ಸರ್ವಾರ್ಥ ಪರಮಾರ್ಥ ಗುರಿಯನ್ನು ಮುಟ್ಟಲು ಪ್ರಯತ್ನಿಸುವೆ ಮಾರ್ಗ ತೋರು ನನ್ನ ತಂದೆಯೇ ಜಗದ್ಗುರವೇ ನಿನಗೂ ವಂದನೆ ರಾಮಾಯ ರಾಮಭದ್ರಾಯ ರಾಮಚಂದ್ರಾಯ ವೇದಸೇ ರಘುನಾಥಾಯ ನಾಥಾಯ ಸೀತಾಯ ಪತಯೇ ನಮಃ ಸೀತಾಯ ಪತಯೇ ನಮಃ ರಾಮ 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 ಎಂದಿಗೋ ಜೇಸಿನ ಪುಣ್ಯಮೋ ನೀನಾಮಮೋ ನಾಪು ಜರಗಿನ್ನಿ ರಾಮ ರಾಮ ಶ್ರೀ ಜಯ ರಾಮ ಸೀತಾರಾಮ ಸಾಕೇತ ರಾಮ ಭದ್ರಾಚಲ ರಾಮ ಪಾಪನಾಶನ ರಾಮ ನಾಮ ಮುದರ ಕಿಂದಿ ಭದ್ರಾಚಲ ರಾಮ ಪಾವನ ನಾಮ ರಾಮ ನಾಮ ಮುದರ ಕಿಂದಿ ರಾಮ 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 ಸೀತಾರಾಮ ಜಯ ಜಯ ರಾಮ 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 ಸೀತಾರಾಮ ಸಾಕೇತ ರಾಮ ಅಯೋಧ್ಯ ರಾಮ ಸಾಕೇತ ರಾಮ ಅಯೋಧ್ಯ ರಾಮ 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 ಶ್ರೀ ಜಯ ರಾಮ पट्टाभिराम पट्टाभिराम पावन नाम నీ నామము నాకు దొరికింది ఈ భవ భయము నాకు లేదు నువ్వే సర్వో నువ్వే దైవం నువ్వే సర్వము నువ్వే దైవం రామ రామ శ్రీ జయ రామ 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 అయోధ్య రామ 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 శ్రీ జయ రామ 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 అయోధ్య రామ ఆనంద నామ ఆనంద ధామ రామ రామ శ్రీరామ కృష్ణాయ వాసుదేవాయ దేవకీ నందనాయ చ నందగోప కుమారాయ గోవిందాయ నమో నమః గోపాలాయ నమో నమః मीरा के प्रभु गिरिधर नागर मीरा के प्रभु गिरिधर नागर श्याम कन्हैया बंसी बजैया श्याम कन्हैया बंसी बजैया वृंदावन के बिहार लाल वृंदावन के बिहार लाल गोवर्धन गिरिधर लाल वृंदावन के बिहार लाल गोवर्धन गिरिधर लाल श्याम कन्हैया बंसी बजैया सबके पालन हाला तुम हो सबके पालन हाला तुम हो नंद लाला तुम हो लाल लाल नंदा के लाल वंशी गोपाल वृंदावन के बाल गोपाल गोपाल गोविंद गोपाल श्याम कन्हैया बंसी बजैया बंसी बजैया भूतनाथ सदानंद सर्वभूत दयापरा रक्ष रक्ष महाबाहो शास्त्रे तुभ्यं नमो नमः शास्त्रे तुभ्यं नमो नमः नमो नमः नमो नमः ഏതൊന്നോണം ആഘോഷിക്കുമ്പോ ഏതൊന്നോണം ആഘോഷിക്കുമ്പോ നിന്റെ തിരുവദനം ഓർമ്മിക്കുന്നു നിന്റെ തിരുവദനം ഓർമ്മിക്കുന്നു ഈ പൊന്നു തിരുവോണം ആഘോഷിക്കുമ്പോൾ ഈ പൊന്നോണം ആഘോഷിക്കുമ്പോൾ അയ്യപ്പ നിന്റെ തിരുവദനം ഓർമ്മിക്കുന്നു അയ്യനേ എന്റെ അയ്യപ്പനേ നിന്റെ തിരുനാമം എന്റെ നാവിലെ ജപിക്കുന്നു അയ്യനേ പൊന്നയ്യപ്പനേ നിന്റെ തിരുനാമം എന്റെ നാവിലെ ജപിക്കുന്നു ബലിപോൽ എന്റെ കഷ്ടങ്ങൾ തീരട്ടെ അരുളിടേണം അയ്യപ്പനേ ബലിപോൽ സൂര്യനെ നോക്കിയ മഞ്ഞുപോൽ എന്റെ കഷ്ടങ്ങൾ തീരട്ടെ എന്റെ സന്തോഷം പെരുകട്ടെ അയ്യനേ ഒന്നയ്യനേ അരുളിടേണം ഒരു വരം നിന്നെ എപ്പോഴും ഓർമ്മിക്കണേ നിന്നെ എപ്പോഴും ജപിക്കണേ നിന്നെ എപ്പോഴും ധ്യാനിക്കണേ മാതാച്ച പാർവതി ദേവി പിതാ ദേവോ മഹേശ്വരഃ ബാന്ധവാ ശിവഭക്താശ്ച സ്വദേശോ ഭുവനത്രയം ബാന്ധവാ ശിവഭക്താശ്ച സ്വദേശോ ഭുവനത്രയം ജഗന്നാഥേ ജഗന്നാഥേ ശ്രീകാരരൂപേ ജഗന്നാഥേ ശ്രീകാരരൂപേ ശ്രീരാജരാജേശ്വരി ശ്രീലളിതേ ശ്രീലളിതേ ചിദഗ്നികുണ്ഡ സംഭൂതേ ശ്രീ Srilalite Shiragnikunda Sambhote Bindu Mandala Nilaye Bindu Mandala Nilaye Hare Abhaya Haste Ananda Rupe Shrilalite Shrilalite Shivaya Parameshwaraya Shivaya Parameshwaraya Chandrasekharaya Shashishekaraya Basmayudaya Shivaya Shankaraya Shivaya Sadashivaya Namo Omkaram Bindu Sanyuktam Nityam Jayanti Yoginaha Kamadam Mokshadam Chaiva Omkaraya Namo Namaha Omkaraya Namo Namaha Namo Namaha. Friends, you particularly are extremely fortunate to have assembled today here. Yes, this is not a religious discourse, this is not a spiritual discourse even. It is the cry of the soul. Your own soul is crying here. This has to take place at some time or some point in your life. If it has not taken place, it has to take place after thousands of lives. Everyone is asking, I followed this yoga, this bhajana, this, I followed this guru, that deity. Nothing has happened. Why should anything happen to you? Because the cry of the soul is not there in you. So when that qualification is not hit or there, you are just calculating like any other mathematical definitions or something, and it's not a 5-year plan or 7-year yoga course or 7 lives course which can reach you to moksha. It is not going to take place. If it has to take place, you have to start within that cry and that real search for the truth, where you have to be nullified and crucified. You have to be crucified. So if I use some hard words, you have to excuse me today, otherwise it's not going to be used by any avatar or any jnani in future, and they will all boost your ego, and you will all be stupidly roaming around the same world and finding nothing after visiting America, Australia, and coming back to the same to be home in India and lying down without finding anything. This need not happen. Today let it happen. Whatever you know as God is just a concept, don't you know it? And whatever you think as faith, it is only a belief, don't you know it? And today a Vastu expert from Chennai, holding an institute of Vastu, is going on describing in an exhibition that we are not going by belief, we are going by scientific approach, like Feng Shui, Vastu, everything is so scientific. Ultimately, when someone questioned, if this does not happen, in spite of Vastu and Feng Shui, then he answers, man's power is more important, not the power of pyramids or the house. Your power, your mental power is more important. So you have to think positively, then only all these things will happen. If you think positively, why this Vastu? So ultimately it comes to belief only. These people don't know, even in science, they think that it is objectively proven. But the proof is not 100% correct. They themselves know it. These are from age-old traditions of us. I always tell you, you believe in your Guru, you believe in your Shastras. Then you start your journey, because they only can show you what for you have come to this earth, not anything else. So first qualification for a person is belief. Then comes a little more confidence, which is built through this belief, Vishwasa. Then this confidence becomes a practical experience over a period. It becomes Anubhava. This is what is called in Gita, Shraddhavan Lapate Jnanam. Shraddha yavaniki idiyo, avanu jnanavana padaitane. Though this, from the transiting, from the starting point is Shraddha, the ending point is Jnana. So, in between this, if you lose faith anywhere, you are lost. Neither in the material world you are fit, nor in the spiritual world you are fit. That is why the adhikara is needed. Once you are entering into spiritual field, know that God is everything. Know that spirituality is everything. Otherwise, you be scientific, spiritual, or worldly, it doesn't matter, because it will take thousands of lives, face the life and come back once again. A tribal person who lives with nature will wonder how a sophisticated European lives a lifestyle where is, for a tribal person it's all congestion, lack of accommodation and lack of breathing space, even though this man will have air conditioning all around in his car, in his flat, in his office. Whereas for a tribal person who lives with nature, these are all unnecessary. Unnecessarily, man is getting congested. Like that, a freed person, like that, a jnani or an avatar will try to tell you why this congestion. Even though you have scientifically constructed your building, constructed your driving on the car, everywhere you have sohusu and what you call AC, everything. Why don't you be free? Freedom is not in this. Freedom is as you live by yourself. So that is the difference. Tribal person will laugh at this way. Whereas all the majority of the people who live in the cities will call this fellow tribal, uneducated, illiterate, traditional, and all those names, and they will unite or bifurcate the tribals and make political parties and try to see that these tribals are, in the name of education, are spoiled. Today you see, Jesus was penniless, Muhammad was penniless, Shankara was penniless, and whereas you see crores of rupees are going on in the name of Allah and in the name of Jesus and in the name of all these Hindu gods, and these people who are to be tribals, who are to live with nature, they are all sophisticated, and where is godliness in the commercialization of religion? So once all these corruptions have taken place, you even corrupt the godliness and say that there is no God. You can create a body, but you can manipulate with the body. You can create air, but you can manipulate with the air. Apart from the water existing in this world, you can create 1 tumbler of water more, but you can manipulate, you can divert, you can construct dams, restrict water. Similarly, the earth, everywhere there is earth, but you can bifurcate into continents, into houses, into divisible factions, and say that this is my earth, this is your earth, and go on bifurcating and manipulating with the earth. The originality is lost in all your mannerisms. So beware that there is a creator, and then pay respect to him, then you grab your thing, and then you will be doing a silent surrender to the creator at least. Those days, a young girl is born means in an infant, you have to create a lot of money to give her in marriage, so you used to be very cautious about money, saving money for a girl who goes out first, and then you spending on her. You say that this is the dharma of mother, father, so you had to save money. But these days, are they necessary? Are you paying varadakshina or nothing? And these days, even living is allowed, so going by the old traditions, grabbing money, at least you enjoy it. But why you are going on desiring for money? That's my question. And those days, lactates were respected. Today, a watch costs you 3 lakhs, and a split air conditioner costs you 1 lakh. So where is the value of your lactarism? That has also gone. So whatever we are thinking as values and to be sane in the society, sane, ಎಲ್ಲರ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ sane ಆಗಿ ಬುದ್ಧಿವಂತಿಕೆಯಾಗಿ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, is really an insane proposal or proposition. So if all know this, but they don't want to spell out, even a great his medicines will not work, God only can work, but still he will try to defend his medicines. So we are just defending because we are weak. A small fellow without much strength will show up like a rowdy, so that he will not be attacked. So if you watch carefully, whichever side you are showing your strength, that is your weakness. So these are all for the world, but the soul is different. So today everyone says that don't go by your heart, you will be doomed. Go by your head, then only you will succeed. My question is, what is success? Where is the doomsday? Where is the thing called doom in the heart? Today if your heart says, give him 10 rupees, if you give 10 rupees and even if he is going to drink, Are you going to lose that? Someone else will give you 10 rupees. Believe in this. Even if you don't believe, then don't give money. Be a Laukika fellow. So that is why I told, don't, long back it is told, if your right hand wants to give, let it give. Don't confuse it. Let the left hand does not know what you are giving to your right hand. Let that be over before you think. So once you start thinking, then the problem comes. A particular person wanted to donate a land for a mata, and he consulted his wife, and he consulted all his relatives, and then they told that you can, if you hold this land, this much will be returned over a period, and if you give it to mata, we don't know whether they are going to use it properly or not. Something like that they told and confused him. Ultimately, he didn't give near our place, and the land was followed by Tamravarni last year. So instead of wasting that, he should have given, or he should have got rid of that land. Don't think. If there was a mata, maybe it would have been saved, because it's a good work. The mata, because of the good work, it would have been saved. So what is required is a positive uddesha, positive thinking. Okay, then come to religions. All the religions talk about there is one God, and they say that this is this God, this is this God. And okay, I can't say that in America now it is 7:25, or in Dubai I can't say that, or in Singapore I can't say that. Even though it is true for me in India, it is different in Dubai, different in Singapore, different in America. So also the time, the space, everything is different in the ground level, but over a level it's all the same. Why don't we know it? God, who is beyond Antariksha and Akasha, where is Samaya, where is the Dharma, where is the division which we hold to this earth? So man has to know the difference between belief and truth. He can believe in God, not believe in God. He can believe in world, he need not believe in world. There is argument always that there is no God, there is God, you can do like this in this world, you can do like that in this world. There are people to tell you 100 ways, 1000 ways, and you feel whoever writes aloud is right, and you start following that, and you feel that that is the belief. But this belief is nothing to do with the truth. So I was trying to tell the first qualification for you, Madalne Adhikara, is the strong belief that only one truth exists. One day they were no. It is the Pramana. No one can prove it. Pramana need not be proved. The existence of Mr. X need not be proved. He is existing. How will he prove himself? Through passport. That is external. So believe in one existence, let that be truth. And then don't leave your duty, whatever you are. You continue. But let your mind dwell on what is the truth. And even those who just have a lot of time, they have to think what is the truth. Truth cannot be found out, so truth should be dwelt upon, vichara. So all your rituals, all your mental japa, all your even great bhakti and all those things, prapatti, everything is only 1/3 of the rituals. But the 2/3 depends upon how you inquire yourself, inquiry unto self. So if you leave this 1/3 also, you will lose the sangha, you will lose the touch. So you have to keep on these rituals, whatever religion, whatever practices you do, but think what is the truth, where is the truth, what is the truth. So all the rishis, all the munis, all the sadhakas have done this, and they have come out only with playing their ego. So the gurus will tell, no, you have more roles to play, go and think again. Ultimately they have to surrender. Because such a wild cosmos is following the dharma. Only man does not. So he goes on flirting with his own ideas in the name of religion, in the name of the world. So problem is, he distorts the atmosphere in order to combine, collaborate and be calm, attain calmness with the atmosphere. He needs surrender. So first belief, second rational thinking, third surrender, fourth is only revelation. Rational thinking andre ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಯಾತಿಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ರಿಚುವಲ್ಸ್ ಆತ್ಮವಿಚಾರ. Sorry. Next is surrender. And surrender leads you to revelation. Because you will find out the center through which you are playing with the world, with the God, with the concept of God. So many things, you know. You will know the bindu, you will know the class, you will know and identify your own individuality. At that moment of time, if we can invoke and invite God, let me be within you, or you be within me. If we can invite and surrender to that greatness, then if not that moment, any moment it will descend on you and will gobble you up to make you one with the existence, one with the truth. Satyada Satshat. Wait, it can happen anywhere. While you take bath, while you brush, even while you smoke a cigarette. Somewhere it can happen to you. Don't just keep aloof your thoughts. It will happen. The revelation has to happen to you. Wait for it. So, never think that world is greater than you. Never keep anything else other than you in forefront. You and your development within is more important. And the truth is the one day must do at surrender time. He likes surrender. How you surrender, each one is different in surrendering unless they come to the point of surrender which I called as ego or individuality. How you surrender is left to you. So till such a time you are going mentally or physically is a good act, but it's a good act, that's all. That is the answer. Feel that vastness, then only your ego will lose itself. Feel the expanse, vastness. Oh, Purnamidam, Purnat, Purnamudachyate, Purnasya, Purnamadaya, Purnameva Vatishyate. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.